Hello dear students, today we'll study about the demand curve. So far we have learned about demand and also we have learned about law of demand. Now what law of demand says, when price of a commodity increases, the quantity demand will decrease, clear? And when price falls, quantity demand it will increase, clear? So this was law of demand. Now according to law of demand, we will today learn how to prepare a demand curve. So there are two types of demand curve. One is individual demand curve and one is market demand curve. So one by one we'll learn. Now what is individual demand curve? It is the locus of the different combination of price and quantity of a commodity of one particular individual buyer. So one particular individual buyer. So when particular individual buyer demands for a particular commodity, we say that individual demand. Clear? And when it is represented in a curve, it is called individual demand curve. So today we will learn how to prepare individual demand curve as well as market demand curve with the help of schedule and diagram. Individual demand schedule. So here you can see price and quantity demanded. So as you all know, when price increases, quantity demand will decrease. So when price is increasing, here I have decreased the quantity demanded. You can see here, when price is increasing from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, the quantity demanded is decreasing. So first was 40, when price was 1, quantity demand was 40, and when price was increased to rupees 2, the quantity demand decreased to 30. Clear? Similarly in price 3, when price was 3, the quantity demanded came to 20 units, and when price became 4, the quantity demanded came to 10 units. So this way we have presented one individual demand schedule. So based on this schedule, we'll prepare one demand curve. So here you can see, means here this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is price column and this is quantity column. Clear? This is price column and this is quantity column. And one more thing, you have to remember that whenever price is increased, we go upward, and when price is decreased, we go downward. Clear? And when quantity demanded is increased, what we do? We go rightward, and when quantity demanded is decreased, we go leftward. Clear? So this concept you have to remember. Clear? Now here you can see price is given and quantity demanded is given. So based on this, we'll prepare one demand curve. So when price was 1, the quantity demanded was 40. So when price was 1, the quantity demanded was 40. So how to join this one? So this is price and it is joined with this quantity demanded. We got 1 point here. Clear? Next, when price was 2, the quantity demand was 30. So when price was 2, the quantity demand was 30. So we'll join this one. So again we got 1 point. Now next, when price was 3, the quantity demanded was 20. Similarly, now at the last, when price was 4, the quantity demanded was 10. So it should be drawn with pencil and scale. So we'll join these points now. So when we join this, we got our demand curve. Clear? So this is individual demand curve. Individual demand curve. Now we'll see how to prepare market demand curve. So students, now what is market demand curve? When all the individuals in the market demand for a particular commodity, then we say it as a market demand. And market demand curve is prepared same as like individual demand curve. So here little bit the table will be different from individual demand, because here when more than one individual, say we can say all the individuals, when all the individuals demand for a particular commodity, then only we can say it is a market demand. And when it is represented in a diagrammatic form, then we say it as a market demand curve. So for this we need one market demand schedule. So here you can see price column I have taken 1, 2, 3 and 4, and here quantity demanded I have taken 2 individuals, because here all the individuals, it is said that when all the individuals demand for a particular commodity, then only we say it as a market demand. So here I have taken, for understanding, 2 individuals, individual A and individual B. So here individual A you can see that the quantity demanded is 40, 30, 20, 10, and individual B 50, 40, 30, 20. So here also you can see here law of demand is applied. So when price is increasing, here you can see the quantity demanded is decreasing. First it was 40 for individual A, then it decreased to 30, then it decreased to 20, and then finally it came to 10 when prices are increasing. Similarly, you can see individual B, when prices are increasing, the quantity demanded is decreasing. So when price was 1, the quantity demanded was 50. Then when price increased to 2, you can see the quantity demanded is decreased to 40, similarly 30 and 20. Now what is market demand? When both these demands are added together. Clear? When both individual A and individual B demand is added, we get market demand. Okay, so here when it is added 40 plus 50, 90, 30 plus 40, 70, 20 plus 30, 50, and 10 plus 20 equal to 30. So based on this schedule, we'll draw a market demand curve. So we'll consider now this price and this demand, and based on this quantity demand and price, we'll draw a demand curve, that is market demand curve. So you can see here when price was 1, the market demand was 90. So similarly what we'll do, we'll join 1, price 1 and quantity 90. So we'll draw a line from here and just we'll join from here 90. Clear? So we got here 1 point. Now next, when price was 2, the market demand was 70. So we'll join this 2 and 70. Now it is joined. So we got one more point here. Now next, when price was 3, the quantity demand was 50. So when price is 3, the quantity demand is 50. So we'll join here. So we got 1 point here. Clear? Now similarly, when price was 4, the quantity demanded was 30. So we'll join this one. So we got 1 point here. Now what we'll do, we'll join this point and then we'll get a market demand curve. So this way we got one market demand curve. So it's D is a market demand curve. Market demand curve. So this way today we have discussed the concept of individual demand curve as well as market demand curve. So that's all in this video. Thank you, students.